Hello, my name is Fola Oyelade. Yes, I'm not here as Cecily. I'm here as Fola Oyelade. Um, I'm here to just share something that I felt really led to share. I've been battling with this for a long time, trust me, and I feel very much led to share it, especially from yesterday. I had a long conversation with someone and I felt, okay, this is time. It is time for me to share this with others as well. And I'm not a pastor. I am not a prophet. I am not perfect in any way. So, but I'm still growing in the Word of God, and I'm still growing in the revelation of Jesus Christ. I mean, His birth, His death, burial, and resurrection. I'm still learning. I'm still learning. But I just felt led to share this story with you. And yeah, this story is about me. I'm not here to share any third party story or anything. It is all about me, Fola. Um, I really do hope that it blesses as many people as possible. Like, because I know a lot of people need to hear this to be encouraged one way or the other. And yeah, that's why I'm here basically. So let me go ahead with my story. Year 2015, I started a business. Yes, and I was doing very well. Very, very well. It was a furniture business. And prior to that, obviously, I had done several other businesses. I had done so many. I've lost count of my of the businesses. But 2015, I started this business and it did really well, because even fast forward to 2015, I was able to open my showroom. I had my workshops. I had two workshops. I had a staff strength of about 25 or thereabouts. I was doing really good. And then fast forward to 2020, COVID hit. And 2020, to be honest, I think a lot of us were not expecting it to turn out that way, because it was a huge blow on my business and my staff as well. Because 2015 to 2020 obviously was a smooth sail. Things were just going smoothly. I had high expectations. I remember even going into 2020 planning on opening a new showroom in another state. Like, that was how well things were. Then COVID happened. And the funny thing is, yes, that's my own story. But if you were to ask some other people how 2020 went, some will say, oh, it was the beginning of the best years of their lives. Some of us were not so lucky, because those people, that might have been the year. Yes, and it happened, because I know some people, like first-hand story of some people who became millionaires for the very first time. Some became billionaires in that year for the very first time. And yet, some of us lost so much in that year. So, it's not to say we are not lucky. It's not to say we are not blessed. I just feel, and yeah, I feel more strongly now, because I am more aware that God is intentional about every single one of us. So nothing happens without His knowledge. So I would believe that it is His will that happened. Please don't get me wrong, because some of you will say God is not an author of confusion, God is not a wicked God and all that. Nah, He's not. But see, if He wants to get you to where you are, or where you are meant to be, if He wants to get you to where you are meant to be, He will do everything possible to make it happen. Just believe that. There is nothing you can do to stop it. Absolutely nothing you can do to stop it. See, for me, well, it might have taken shutting down my workshop, shutting down my showroom, losing so many staff, and practically losing all that I have to get me to where I am today. But I will tell you that from that very year, going into 2023, the things I know, the things I'm more aware of, I don't even think I was anywhere close to knowing them prior to 2020. And that's the truth. That's just the truth. For some of us, it takes him taking away all we have to get us to see the light. I'm not saying this is a general thing, no. I'm talking about, I said it from the very beginning. I'm talking about my own story. So some of us, it takes him taking all we have away to get us to that point. Yes, I will not lie. I feel like I've been truly humbled because I never could believe that my life could take such a turn so quick in just 1 year. See, there was this song I heard, and I've always heard, funny enough, but lately everything just starts to make more sense. Maybe because you are going through it, it tends to make a lot more sense. It's a song, it's Gracefully Broken by Tasha Cobbs. The very beginning, the very first lines of that song, she said, God will break you
to position you, break you
to position,
promote you, and break you to put you in your right place. But when he breaks you, he doesn't hurt you. He doesn't.
When he breaks you,
when he breaks you, he doesn't destroy you. He does it with
to hurt you.
Grace.
He does it with grace.
Anybody been gracefully broken?
Those lines, they've given me so much strength over the years, over the past 3 years. I can't truly explain it, but obviously, when you start to see things through the eyes of God, everything starts to make sense. Everything starts to make sense. Because the truth is, God is very, very intentional about us. This is our loving shepherd who left 99 to chase one. That is how much he cares about us. He will do everything to bring you to him. Remember, this was the same God who came to earth as man. He became flesh just so he could experience and feel our pain, so he can understand properly how to walk with us. That is how intentional God is about us. And the truth of the matter is this: to enjoy the true benefits of God, we must trust him and only him. We must rest in him. We must align to his will. To be honest with you, when you align to his will, you will live a more purposeful life. A more purposeful life. We need to stop forcing things to happen and experience the ease of God today. I have done that for so many years. I can tell you, if I am to make a list, I have done about, I'm not exaggerating, trust me, I've done 15 businesses. 15 businesses. It's not bad, because clearly I'm trying to put food on my table. I'm trying to, keep the roof over my head and my sons, but yet it doesn't make it the right way. I know a lot of us are tired of Nigeria right now. Trust me, I am. And if I could afford it, I won't be sitting here right now. Yeah, that's the truth. But I am, because I am totally for getting out, because no one deserves to be treated or to experience what we are all experiencing right now. But if you can't afford it and you feel led, why not? By all means, go. But what I just want you to do is this: have you asked yourself if it is God's will for you to go? Because it works for your neighbor or for your sister doesn't necessarily mean it will work for you. Have you sought the face of God before embarking on the process? Have you? I would advise that you seek him first before taking that step, so you don't turn a journey that is supposed to be for like 2 years into 8 years. Because see, like I said about that song, God will break you. Because let me tell you one thing, it will definitely bring you back to where you're supposed to be, whether you like it or not. Because what? He is intentional about you. So if you have not sought God's face and you're planning on relocating because everybody is doing it, whatever happens, just don't be too angry and don't be too mad at yourself. Yeah, I'm not saying it won't work for you. It might work for you. But what I'm saying is, have you heard from God that you should make the move? Because yes, some of us actually do need to move to get to where we are supposed to be. Yeah, that's the fact. But have you heard from God saying you should move? To get to where I am now, I have started several businesses and failed severally to recognize that it is time for me to align to God's way. This is something I wish I knew in the past 10 years. This is something I wish I knew even in the past 5 years. So I wish I heard what I'm saying now. I wish someone was there to tell me, and that's why I'm here, sitting here, telling you this. Because see, when we decide to align to the will of God, it will compress time for our sakes. It will. And you see, not just compressing time for our sakes. You see, all those things that we've been chasing, that we are working so hard for, it will all come with ease on a platter when it has God's hands in it. When we align to His will, when we are walking and moving purposefully, not just with our strength and our flesh. I have lost so many years. So many years. I don't want you to do the same. I don't want you to do the same. And please, this is not just based on business or relocating. This should also be applied in our relationships. There are some relationships we get into that will take us back several years. And then when we get out, we realize, and then for some it's too late. That's the crazy thing. For some it's too late, but for some we have the grace to start again, make better decisions, and then align properly to God's will. And then we find things just working out. We find the relationship just going smoothly. It's not because anyone is perfect, though. Nobody is perfect, but because God is present in that relationship. Same applies to friendships too. The friends you are with, the friends you run around town with, are they your friends? Are they the people God wants you to be? Are they the people God wants you to surround yourself with? See, what I'm saying might sound ridiculous to some, and for some they're like, how do I hear God's will? The first thing to do is pause and rest. You've prayed, you've asked God, oh God, align me to your will. Help me live a purposeful life. Open up my eyes to see what I am missing. You've done all that. The next thing you need to do is rest. And then what? Wait. And see, the waiting season is not easy. I am in my waiting season right now. And trust me, it is not beans. It is not easy. But you see, when you have God, and God sees you are willing to wait, it will make it easy. Most of the time, I don't know where my next cash is coming from, or how I'll pay my next bill. But I don't know. God just always something just always happens, and most of the time I can't explain it. Something just always comes through, and it covers it. So please, and please, and please, and please, the first thing we need to do in life for ourselves is always align to God's will. And not just aligning to God's will, it's being very intentional about the steps we take. Because it is working well for your friend, because it's working well for your family, doesn't necessarily mean that's the same path you're supposed to take. Like I said, don't turn a 2 years journey into 8 years journey out of your I don't care attitude of if it's working for this person to work for me. Don't be like me. I've lost everything. See, and the crazy thing is, if you would say, I don't look like it. I don't look like it. I don't look like it. It's hard. It's even difficult coming here to say it. I don't look like it. And see, there was something my pastor, and by the way, I attend the Logic Church. There was something my pastor, Pastor Flourish, said some Sundays ago. He said something that, you see the 3 men that were thrown into the fire. The miracle wasn't in the fact that they came out of the fire alive. Because clearly, while they were in the fire, people saw that they were alive and well. The miracle was in the fact that they came out of that fire not smelling like smoke. Do you understand what it means? Because people that were not even thrown into the fire, that just moved close, were burnt. They were burnt to death. Yet these ones came out and they were not even smelling like smoke. I am not smelling like smoke right now. Trust me. I don't even look like it. People see me outside and they're like, oh, I want to be like you. See your skin glowing. What can it, if it is not God, what else is it? If it's not God, please explain to me. What else explains me having most times zero balance, not doing anything, and yet I do not smell like smoke. I'm going through my own fire right now. I am going through my own fire right now. Yet, I do not look like it. I do not smell like smoke. The only person I owe it to is God. God will put you in places, will make you be with people that will support you without you even asking. He will put you in places you are meant to be. You will just find yourself being at the right place at the right time, meeting with the right people at every point in time. But first, you need to align to His will. Stop doing everything with your own strength or your flesh. It has to be God first. I really do hope with this little I've shared, it gets to the right people. I really do hope that it speaks to you. And like I said, the waiting season is not easy. It is not. It wasn't even meant to be easy. That's why it is called the waiting season. But I just know and I believe strongly that there's a whole lot coming on the other side. And like I said, God will compress time for your sake. It will restore what you've lost over the years. And when it starts to do it, it then starts to look like you've done jazz. That's the Holy Spirit jazz for you. So please hold up the good faith. I know a lot of us are going through it right now. I know that it is hard. It is hard even for us to get up and pray sometimes. I get there some days I don't want to talk to God. I'm like, what's the point? Yeah, I'm human because I feel pain. I do. But the only thing that consoles me or strengthens me is knowing that God loves me. Regardless, He loves me so much. He's intentional about me. That is all that gives me peace. It gives me peace every night. When I go to bed, I just go to bed believing that God has me. He has me in mind. He said He will do exceedingly abundantly above what we think or imagine, according to the power that works in us. So what power is working in you? You see, according to the power that works in us. God is ready to do exceedingly abundantly above what you think or imagine. But what power are you allowing work in you? Are you allowing your own human power, or you're allowing God's power. Because that's the, see, every Bible has its own, clause. There's always something. So his own is according to the power that works in you. Now, I'm not, like I said in the beginning, I'm not a pastor, I'm not a prophet, I'm still learning. If you feel there are some parts that I've even said, so I'm open to learning. I very open to learning new things. But I just thought I needed to put this out, and I hope this has helped one or two people. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I know it's a very long video, but thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend.